Okay, so now we're going to learn about agile estimation. Yeah. So the comparison, the example that I always give in agile estimation is GPS. So I'm sure all of you have used GPS, right? So in some other way, what does a GPS do? Well, let's take an example, right? You start from a source, and then you feed the destination, and say, okay, I want to reach here. So GPS gives us back, saying it's going to take like 1 hour. Yeah. So when you start driving now, after 10 minutes, if the GPS says, it just comes back and say, hey, now it's going to take probably it's going to take like 1.5 hours. It's not going to take 1 hour. So are you going to get upset with GPS? No, we're not going to get upset. Why? Because when it estimated first time, that was the best estimate that GPS could give based on its past. Yeah, so GPS knows that on average, the distance of this distance probably takes 1 hour, and so it gave you an estimate of 1 hour. Now, after 10 minutes, because of certain external situations, it can be because of bad traffic, or it can be because of heavy rain, or it can be because there is a roadblock. It can be any reason, right? Because of any of these reasons, you are actually not driving at a pace that you are supposed to drive, and so it tells back, hey, you are not going to reach in 1 hour, you are going to take probably 1.5 hours. So agile estimation works exactly like a similar way, right? In the similar way like how GPS works, right? So let's take an example, okay? I started driving from Bangalore to Chennai. Yeah, this is around 350 kilometers far. So when I started, it actually, it just kind of gave me that, hey, it's going to take like 5 hours because on average 70 kilometers is what I'm going to cover in an hour. Let's take some two examples, right? One example is that I start I start from the deep of the Bangalore city. It's a really crowded place, and I start around morning 9 o'clock in one of the working days. It's going to be really traffic, right? So it's going to take at least 1 hour for me to get out of Bangalore. Right? I'm nowhere going to reach 70 kilometers in 1 hour. So I started driving. The GPS is telling me that, hey, no, you just drove only 30 kilometers, so you are not going to reach in 5 hours. You're probably going to reach in 7 hours. I know upfront here that I'm not going to reach by 9 o'clock I started. I'm not going to reach by 2 p.m. I'm probably going to reach only by 4 p.m. So I can immediately plan. Let's say that you start moving again, and then you cross Bangalore outskirts, and at some point you realize that, hey, you're able to drive fast. The road is empty, there's no traffic, and there's a very beautiful highway. I'm driving much faster. So instead of reaching here, I was supposed to reach in 1 hour, and I actually reached. I'm supposed to reach in 1 hour. I actually took, right, say 1.5 hours, right? So I actually took more time. So it's going to take, it told me that it's going to take 7 hours. Now I just started driving very, very fast because the road is empty here. I actually reached in 2 hours. The remaining 1 hour, I just actually half an hour I covered actually the remaining 70 kilometers. Right? So that's really good. Which is I actually met what I'm supposed to meet. It again recalculates and tells me, hey, you're going to reach in 5 hours. You see that how the estimation works? Human is not good at estimating upfront in detail because there are so many external influences that actually impact your estimate, actually impact your project progress. Right? It can be your dependencies, it can be upstream integration, it can be downstream integration, it can be some of the risks, it can be because of some human resource problems, it can be any reason. There are so many issues that can happen actually outside the software development, outside design and development. Right? So that can really impact your estimate. So it's not a good idea to do a detailed estimate, unlike in a traditional way. It's good to estimate, approximately. Like, hey, I think, based on my experience, I'm probably going to reach in 5 hours. Let's take another case. When I started around morning 6 o'clock, the road is empty, totally empty here. When I started, actually, I didn't even take 1 hour. I took 45 minutes. immediately the system tells me, every minute the system looks at it and says, hey, you're not going to take 5 hours, you're probably going to reach in like 4.5 hours if you go in this space. Yeah? So it's very, very important that you keep estimating, keep re-estimating, and so keep replanning. I mean, adjust your estimates and say, okay, and then reset the expectation to your leadership or the customer, saying, hey, it's going to take X amount of time for us to release so many features. We're not going to release before. Yeah? So that's one simple example that I want to share here with you guys.